Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your April 2023 Astrology Horoscope forecast. It's yet another big month. We have solar eclipse and then we are closing the month with Mercury, which goes retrograde. I'm going to be associating the slow moving planets with your house of love, romance, creativity, your children, your money. So please ensure that you watch the video till the end. Now on the 4th, we have Mercury, which is going to be moving into your house of day-to-day chores. This is also the house of your health and work. And then we're going to be having Uranus and Venus that are going to be joining this house towards the end of the month. Now this is quite a good placement for Mercury as the natural ruler of this house. It's an excellent time to be sorting out details of your family. It's a great time to be sorting out details of your daily existence. You are going to be inclined to make to lists, pay bills, sort out clutter and do the detailed work on the job. Health matters are going to be most certainly on your brain as well, and you could be thinking about scheduling checkups, or you could be busy researching on your ways to improve your health. You may also show a keener interest in improving your basic skills during this time, and your approach to work during this cycle is going to be pleasant, happy, logical for most part, unless of course you allow worry or scattered energy to enter the picture. You're also going to be inclined to be learning new things, Sagittarians, and it's a fabulous time to be including or to be adopting technology in your work. There is going to be more activity around your work, so the time is also there to be working more smarter. For a lot of you, you are going to be very conscious about the kind of food that you're consuming, and you could find yourself being prone to reading the labels very carefully behind the jars of the food that you're consuming. And for a lot of you, if you play a sport, you would find yourself, that either you're getting a personal coach or you're being more dedicated than usual towards the sport. You also will be more, you'll find that you have a tendency to be more interested in your environment and maybe the community where you stay. And it's a great time, of course, to be handling if there are any issues that are, maybe involving the condo or the community where you stay. You could find yourself being more involved, or you would find that you have a very clear perspective or a rational or a logical perspective, and you would feel almost compelled to stay involved. Keep in mind this month, Sagittarians, that the little things are the important things that contribute to the feeling of being efficient and productive. So try and ensure that you are not missing out on the smaller details as far as it may be the mundaneness of everyday work, your daily office work. It could be your life. It could just be, running chores or doing things. But it needs to have that well-oiled machinery around it now, so that things are more efficient and you're not sort of spending time just trying to sort out some unnecessary things. Also, try and be careful about gossip this month. Try and not especially repeat some information that you may have heard. So be extremely careful about some information that comes to you, and curiosity is fine, but remember, before, even if you repeat it to your closer friend or maybe to a chatty spouse, or to someone who's really chatty at home, which could sort of turn into quite an ugly scenario. So try and be careful around that. On the 5th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of groups of friends. And full moons are normally very emotional because something is coming to an end. I need to be checking my mic. And all right, it's on. Thank you. And we are normally feeling very vulnerable with a full moon. It's a time when things are reaching their fruition, something's ending, and this governs your groups of friends. So it can be that for some of you, you will be letting go of a certain maybe group of friends. You would just feel, that they have done their time and they are no longer sort of the people that you want to hang around with. You do not share the same vision. You do not share the way that you have fun. That does not seem to be in alignment with a certain groups of friends, or you would find yourself that you do not want to be associated with so many friends. It's sort of a time of sifting the wheat from the chaff, and you'll be saying, I'm just going to be sticking with a few friends, and that works quite well for me. On the 12th, we have Venus that is moving into your house of marriage, and this is also the house of your business partnership. So Venus is very happy being over here, and it's a time where you could be traveling with your spouse or with your partner. Fabulous time to be spending some good quality time with your partner. Also a wonderful time for a business collaboration as well. Those of you who do not have a business partner, maybe this is a time that you will be able to find somebody who's in absolute alignment with your vision, your goal, your brand, where it is maybe that you want to take your organization, or maybe a good addition to the team. So you'll find that this person sort of is, the missing link to the puzzle for you. As far as collaborations are concerned, it's a fabulous time to be maybe seeking out international partners. It's a good time to be doing those presentations and maybe working out a synergy between organizations. On the 20th, we have a solar eclipse, which is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And good time I think it's a lovely, lovely month, Sagittarians. Great time to be traveling, some good news from children, maybe an older child gets married. If the children are young, it can be that maybe if something had been ailing a child, that gets sorted amicably right now. And you could find yourself, that you are happy partying. You love partying, Sagittarians, and traveling. So this is a time that, you could be also be practicing a long loved hobby. Maybe you could be letting the creative juices flow, and also you could be feeling less reclusive. Very, very rare for a Sagittarius to be a recluse, but nonetheless, this is a time that you would really want to step up your game, and you would really want to party and travel and go out and be with friends. And also the things that you feel that make life fun, and what you are really most attracted to could be available right now for you. And creating is something which is really positive. So for those of you who are writers, artists, theater, who are in theater, it's a fabulous time to be creating anything. And this house also, of course, rules romance. So for some of you, you may find yourself in a lovely new relationship. And if you are in a committed relationship or in a marriage, good time to be bringing some romance back into the relationship. And if you are single, then absolutely good time to be asking that interesting person out during this time. You will also feel inclined to spend time with children during this time, or it can be in certain cases, depending as to how your moon is placed, your children may require some attention during this time. And you would want to get in touch with your inner child, and you would be feeling more playful and carefree. And also for a lot of you, you could be feeling bolder. You could be feeling as if you can take more risks as far as relationship is concerned. And I think there is going to be a lesser need to sort of take approval. On the 21st, we have Sun that is bringing the party to your house of day-to-day chores, and this is also the house of your health. And the focus is going to be moving back, starting the 21st, back on the work, and you're going to be able to go through your work projects quite easily, and you're going to be quite focused and be able to give that attention to detail during this time. An excellent time to be doing or getting or focusing on smaller projects, but still I would say skip the larger projects during this time, Sagittarians. You're just not going to be having the bandwidth to be able to focus or to be able to look at those micro details that your attention may require during this time. And you could be dealing with your day-to-day life with a lot of elan, and even the mundaneness of life is going to feel quite sweet to you. You are better off working on your own during this time, Sagittarians, and rather than sort of working with others. And also, I think to others, you could come across as somebody who's being maybe quite critical and a bit of a perfectionist. So watch out for that. Pets could be really therapeutic during this time. So try and ensure that you're spending, I think any time is a good time to be spending with your pets. But this time they could be almost like a healing that could come through your pets. We close the month with Mercury, which is going to be going retrograde on the 22nd till about 15th of May in your house of day-to-day chores and your health. So till about 20th, it's all action, it's implementation, it's absorbing, it's learning. But the moment 22nd happens, it's a time that we get into a reflective mode. This is a time that we are being asked to relook at our mistakes, relook at the past and learn from it. Mercury normally comes and highlights a house during a retrograde to make us understand maybe things that we have not learned as yet, maybe the lessons that we need to be learning and we have not as yet implemented them. So you need to be maybe looking at a work situation. What is it that you have done wrong in the past, and are you in a scenario that you may repeat that again? What is it as far as your health is concerned that you had ignored previously that had cropped up? Maybe it was a fad diet. Maybe it was a workout that just didn't agree with you, and you just got pressured under with your friends and you went ahead and did it. Maybe you overdid a passion project or exercise or a sport, and you need to be learning from it. You need to be revising that. You need to be retweaking it. And also you need to be researching exactly what is it that works for you, Sagittarius. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'll see you again soon. And thank you so much for watching.